What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I just got done recording the whole intro and realized that my microphone wasn't on. This is the joy of getting used to new technology and upgraded equipment with a microphone you have to turn on every single time you record. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt, but as you guys can probably hear with the audio quality, it really helps out. As you can see, the truck is already pulled into the shop and I got the shop light on, so we're going to be working under the hood today. Today's upgrade is going to be this new Banks Ram air intake. I've been wanting to order this for a while and I finally said screw it and went ahead and did it. I'm super excited to get this in the truck, so we'll go ahead and get into unboxing this and we'll talk a little bit about it before we get it installed. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's the Banks Ram air. On the front here it says outflow is the best competitor, greater continuous power, improves fuel economy, cooler airflow than stock, and up to 64% more. Lifetime reusable filter, lower EGTs, and cut smoke. Gains up to 39 horsepower and 69 foot-pounds of torque. And then you have all your different stages here depending on what kind of car you have. It shows that on both sides, I believe. Yeah, on both sides here. So and then it shows you all the other products they sell, like the intake elbow, the billet torque converters, exhausts. So I definitely recommend checking them out and seeing if there's anything you guys would be interested in getting. I've had Banks products before and they're really good stuff. That's why I went ahead and ordered this air intake. So let's go ahead and get it opened up. So here looks like our elbow. All your clamps and boot. This is the top of the box that it'll sit in. Your air filter will sit in. And here's the base of it with the filter inside. And I'll go over what filter I want here in a second. And then your instructions and some Banks power stickers and your sticker for California if you need it for your modified air. Alright guys, so here's your filter. It's got the nice Banks Ram air engraved in the front of it. I went with an oil filter. I believe that the dry filters are white. They're very similar in performance wise. The oil you might get a little bit more out of, they say. I'm not exactly sure, but there are a couple things I wanted to go over on why I picked an oil over a dried. First thing I want to go over, it's kind of what kind of person are you? Do you want to maintain your oil filter and make it last a long time, or do you just want to blow it out, wash it out with a hose, and then just dispose of it? These ones you do not want to blow out with an air hose because they are cotton and you will ruin them. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Another thing, when oiling these, you want to make sure you use the right oil and that you don't put too much oil in it because it can hurt your engine, and if you don't put enough oil on the filter, it can also hurt your engine. So you want to make sure that you have the right amount of oil on your filter when you do oil them. I will make a video on oil in the filter when it's time to do this filter. Your oiled filter will hold a little bit more dirt before you need to clean it than your dry will, so that's one thing to keep in mind as well. The oiled might be a little more maintenance, but in my opinion, it's worth it because it'll last a lot longer than a dry filter. First oil filter I've ever owned, so I'm pretty excited to see how it performs as well as how maintenance goes with it, and to see if they actually last as long as they say they last. It says a lifetime filter on it, so we'll see if it lasts a lifetime. As long as you maintain it and take care of it properly, then you should be fine. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started on taking out the old air filter and getting this new one installed. Taking off the old filter in the elbow. So now that we have the old air filter out of the truck, our first step on installing the new one will be putting this rubber seal on this air escape into the outside of your passenger side fender. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started real quick. I'm using a pair of 10 snips because it does have some metal in it, so you want to make sure you have something that'll be able to cut through that thin metal. Just like that, we got it all on, nice and tight around it. Got this a little dirty from the table. Our next step is going to be installing the base into the truck. grab the 3 washers and nuts they provide you with, lock nuts, and I'm gonna go ahead and put those on real quick. I need to invest in a taller tripod for you guys, because when I'm working under the engine here, I have to use a ladder, and it's kind of hard to get the right angle and everything. $10mm nut, if you guys were wondering. So I'm gonna take my banks, this little boot they give you, and the 2 clamps. I'm gonna put the clamps in the boot on the other side of the elbow that goes in here, and rest the elbow inside of here. Alright, so I'm not going to tighten up the last clamp holding this in, so that way I can adjust this if I need to. I'm going to go ahead and grab my filter and the clamp that goes around here. Extra long clamp here obviously goes to your filter, which holds your filter on your elbow here. You're going to want to put your filter on loosely first on your elbow. You're going to want to put your boot on with this clamp tight. Leave this clamp, put it on there, but leave it loose. Like I said, put your filter on your elbow, and then slide your filter into the box here, and then the elbow onto the boot, and then you'll tighten down your clamp here on your boot and your clamp on your filter. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the filter does come oiled, if you guys were wondering, so you don't have to oil it when you first get it. Now we're ready to install the cover. Your 2 shorter bolts will go on the front here by the Banks Ram Air logo, and the longer one will go on the back side by the turbo. Just like that, we are all done. Alright guys, now that we got the Banks Ram air intake fully installed, I'm going to go ahead and clean everything up, shut the hood, pull the truck out, and we'll take it for a test drive, and I'll see if I notice anything different with the new air intake. Alright guys, so now I'm on a little test drive, and I definitely have noticed a little bit more throttle response as far as like when I hit the gas. I definitely feel like it responds a lot better and it's got a little bit more pickup. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I think it makes a difference. I'm really happy with it. Alright guys, it's going to be a wrap on today's video. If you guys enjoyed it or this video helped you out, then please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And also make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also follow me on Instagram, Never Satisfied 24 Valve, same channel. There's always a link down below. You guys can just click on it, it'll take you right over there, and you just hit the follow button. With that being said, I will see you guys next time.